YouTube? It's Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. We have a kind of a special Funko review we're looking at today. We're looking at all the available current released Legion of DC Collector Corps special Funko Pops. Now this part of their, of course, Legion of DC Collector Corps, in case you guys are not aware, is their bi-monthly box, meaning a box that comes out every other month. They have a box that they do one for Marvel, they do one for Star Wars, and they do one for DC. I actually own every single box that's currently available that has been released for the Legion of DC Collectors Corps. What we're going to do is we're going to go through each one of these, we're going to unbox them, take a look at their paint, take a look at the figures themselves, and see why, in my personal opinion, these are probably the best figures you could possibly get right now for Funko. Anything that's in the DC Legion Collectors Corps or any of the Legion Collector Corps box themselves have a great amount of detail, paint apps, and tooling. So we're going to go down into our breakdown segment, take a look at these guys unboxed, and see why you guys should actually pick up the Legion DC Collectors Corps. Stay tuned, guys. When taking a look at the Legion DC Collector Corps, all 4 figures that were in the exclusive boxes that were sent out by Funko. So let's take a look first at the Armored Batman, which is the Batman v Superman box that came out. So here's the actual box, what it would look like. Over here, if you notice, you have the DC Legion Collectors Corps on the side. You actually have the side shot, which is typical for all Funko boxes. We have the back art, which showcases him kind of blown up again on the side here. All the figures are in that particular wave that was originally released for the Batman v Superman line. So actually look at Batman itself. This is a pretty interesting pop. They actually have it's really heavy. Great amount of tooling, great amount of detail. Him in his full armored suit, kind of this gunmetal gray that you can see here. I really like how they actually, how the figure literally pops, no pun intended, for his color. And even for using kind of a dullish gray, it still gives a good amount of detail and a good amount of tooling, detail, especially the armor, the gold and the gray detail and the highlights. You can actually see even in individual pieces of like where the chainmail would meet on the elbow joints. They actually did a great amount of detail on this. I really like this Batman pop. Next, let's take a look at the Flash one. This is the Garrick Flash figure. This actually came out in the TV box, which was anything that had to do with the DC Universe TV, which would have been Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. So here is the actual box. You do have the DC Legion Collector Corps symbol on the side again. You of course have the artwork on the side of the box, which is typical. You have the Garrick figure on the side. All the figures that were available in that particular wave as well. And of course, Garrick listed on the side of the pop. Now let's actually look at him. He's kind of interesting. Kind of muted colors on the outfit, which he showcased pretty much in the TV show. But what makes him very, very interesting is this ginormous helmet he has. Garrick is known as being on the, I think it was the Earth 2 Flash. He is known to have this gigantic fishbowl helmet with the little gold wings, which they spared no expense on the detailing on the wings. I think it's a great pop. Of all the 4, I think this is the weakest one, personally, but I think individually it's a really, really nicely done pop here. Again, no bobblehead. Head does move like a typical pop. Next one I think is probably the best one. This is the Enchantress one from the Suicide Squad. Let's actually take a look at her box. She showcases, of course, the Legion DC Collectors Corps symbol on the side, and of course the artwork here. The side of shot shows the figure, which is typical for all Funko Pops. The back showcases many, 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 many pops that came out. Now, Enchantress was unique, because if you notice right here, guys, on the side, the only way you could have gotten this particular pop was through the Legion DC Collectors Corps. It was not available in stores anywhere, so there was not like a different design or different variant paint scheme. The only way to get it that I know of was through the Legion DC Collector Corps box. And of course we have the Enchantress listed on the side. So let's actually look at Enchantress itself. Now she does support and does come with the little figure stand, which is a double posted stand. She does have a very, 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 very tiny body, as you can see here. Extremely small. Her head is massive. I mean, the amount of detail they actually did on this pop is astounding. The amount of layers for the hair, how it folds down. And if you look at her outfit, the amount of detail like on the bikini she has is crazy amount of detail and tooling they gave here. She weighs about as much or if not more than Batman. Her head, I'm surprised she's able to even stand on this particular figure stand. She does have like these little burnt feet, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if you can really see it here on the video, but her feet are kind of off-colored. Kind of looks like maybe she's dirty on that particular section, which is really, really cool. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with the Enchantress figure. I think they did a great job with this one. Now, the last one is the Women of DC Universe, which was this one here, which was the most recent one we did. We kind of did a little, I showcased her a little bit. I had some pictures for her, but I wanted to give more justice to this figure. So here's what the actual box would look like. Of course, we talked about it recently. The Legion DC Collector's Core logos on the side, and we have the artwork here of the pop, which is typical to all pops. We have the HawkGirl, picture on the side, and we have the words which says here. Now, which is very, very interesting about HawkGirl, when they actually released the original line of figures that you would see here, they kind of removed Hawkman and put HawkGirl in. It took kind of a liberty, what they originally kind of sort of did when they originally released a Hawkman figure, who's extremely valuable and very hard to come by now. So I think it's kind of an homage to it, which I really, really like. Now, she is interesting. She is extremely heavy and back heavy. She like almost wants to tip down all the time. She's like, because the way her wings are situated, she has so much heft on her back, she wants to just keel backwards. I can understand the reason why. Great amount of detailing on her wings. They're layered, so you see them like normal feathers would look. So I think they did a phenomenal amount of tooling and detail work on her. I think she's really, really, really cool. And she is showcasing the mace that she has that she normally would wield in the comics, which I think was really, really neat. So all in all, guys, I really, really like all these figures. I don't think any of them are really pertainingly bad. I think Jay Garrick is probably the weakest of all four, in my personal opinion. But I hope you guys like this breakdown segment, and let's go into final thoughts. Final thoughts, guys, on the Legion DC Collector Corps exclusive Funko Pops. I really, really like these. I think they did a phenomenal job, being Funko, to put these 4 pops out. They put out characters which you really wouldn't think they would come out with. I mean, the Armored Batman was a given because of Superman Batman box. The Jay Garrick TV Flash box I thought was really, really cool. Enchantress, what can be said for her? A phenomenal pop, a ridiculous amount of detail they put on this pop. I know she has a skinny little body, and we talked about that in the breakdown segment, but a phenomenally made pop here. I highly recommend this pop. Now, the HawkGirl one, she is really, really back heavy because of the wings and the amount of detail. I mean, the layering all of her wings. Another great pop. Great job. I think they knocked it out of the park with the Legion of DC Collector Corps. I think they're great pops if you can find them. Try to pick them up on the secondary market. I hope you guys liked this video. Remember to like and thumbs up and click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.